This video covers Part 2 of Lesson 7-4, numbers 11 and 12, for Secondary 1 Math. Number 11. A rectangle is a quadrilateral where all four angles are 90 degrees. Prove or disprove that the quadrilateral ABCD is a rectangle. So the first thing we've got to do to either prove or disprove that this quadrilateral ABCD is a rectangle is to show that each angle is 90 degrees. Well, by showing that the adjacent sides, slopes, are opposite reciprocals, we can say that they are or are not 90 degrees. So if we can find the slope of AD and DC and BC and AB, we can compare, and if they are opposite reciprocals, that means they'll create a 90-degree angle. So first we're going to find the slope of AB. So A to B, going from here, from A down to B. So we're moving to the right, and we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going down 3, so that's negative 3. So our slope is negative 3 over 6. But we can simplify that. So instead of writing negative 3 over 6, that is negative 1/2. Okay, AD. So AD, we're going to go up. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. And right 2. So that's also positive. Rise over run would be 4 over 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Or we could say 2 over 1. BC. So BC is right 2, up 1, 2, 3, 4. Rise over run, 4 over 2. Again, that's going to simplify to 2, or we could say 2 over 1. And then we have CD. So CD, we're going to go down 3, so negative 3. And right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our slope is negative 3 over 6, which simplifies to negative 1/2. Okay, so we found the slope of each side of our quadrilateral. Now we're going to compare them to see if they're opposite reciprocals. So first we're going to compare the slope of AB and the slope of BC. We're going to say, are these opposite reciprocals? Okay, so AB is negative 1/2. BC is 2 over 1. So opposite, remember opposite is the sign, so negative, positive, so they're opposites. Reciprocal means we're flipping that fraction over. So we have negative 1/2 and positive 2 over 1. So this would be yes, they are opposite reciprocals. Since we know that AB and BC have opposite reciprocal slopes, they are perpendicular, or they're going to meet at a 90-degree angle. So the angle B is going to be 90 degrees. Now we're going to continue to do this because we've got to show that all the angles in this quadrilateral are 90 degrees. To do this, we're just going to continue to compare the slope of different side lengths. So the slope of AD is above 2 over 1, and the slope of CD is above negative 1 over 2. So those are reciprocals because the 2 and 1 switched places in our fraction, and 1 is positive, 1 is negative, so these are opposite reciprocal slopes. So yes. Now the next one. We have the side length BC, and then we have CD, and we're asking, are the slope of BC and the slope of CD opposite reciprocals? So BC is 2 over 1, CD is negative 1 over 2, so again we're going to say yes. Are the slope of AD and the slope of AB opposite reciprocals? Well, AD is 2 over 1, AB is negative 1 over 2, so again we're going to say yes, these have opposite reciprocal slopes. So now we're going to write our conclusion. Okay, so since we said yes about all of these, that means that each of these angles in our quadrilateral are 90 degrees. So we're going to say the quadrilateral ABCD is a rectangle. since, here's our justification, AB is perpendicular to BC, AD is perpendicular to CD, BC is perpendicular to CD, and AD is perpendicular to AB. So this is our proof that the quadrilateral ABCD is a rectangle. So all of this would be our proof. We're showing that this is the case. Now, this symbol right here, the perpendicular symbol, we knew we could use it since they are opposite reciprocal slopes, which is what we did up here, checking those opposite reciprocal slopes. Number 12. A quadrilateral is a parallelogram if opposite sides are parallel. Prove or disprove that quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Hint. Find the slope of each side and show whether or not opposite sides are parallel. So we're just going to find the slope of each side of this quadrilateral, ABCD. So again, we're going to find the slope. So from D to A, we're rising 10, and we're running 1. So our slope of AD is 10. Now make sure you put that for the slope of AD. Next, we're going to find the slope of AB. So from A to B, we're going to rise 3, and we're going to run 8. So our slope would be 3 over 8. Now CD, we are going to run, looks like 8, and we're going to rise 3. So we're going to run 3 over 8. And BC, we're going to run 1 and rise 10. So our slope is 10 over 1, or 10. Okay, are opposite sides parallel? That's what we're checking. So is BC parallel to AD? Yeah, they have the same slope. They're both 10. So those are. Now we got to check the other opposite sides. So AB and DC, are those parallel? Well, again, they have the same slope, so they are parallel. So we're going to say yes, opposite sides are parallel. So we can conclude that the quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram, since opposite sides BC is parallel to AD. Remember, parallel means they have the same slope. And AB is parallel to CD. Now we've proven that the quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. This concludes the part 2 of lesson 7-4 for secondary 1 math, numbers 11 and 12.